Hello and welcome to another episode of Euro Truck Simulator 2, guys. Right, I've just slept. I've done all the thing. I wasn't really paying attention yesterday between episodes. Did have a little accident on the way to the repair shop. So I've had to repair the truck. I've given it a service. We've done some little bits of maintenance, things like that. And yeah, now it's time to find another job. So we are currently in Sweden. Now, I did technically put the title yesterday's video of Back to Sweden. Turns out we hadn't actually been to Sweden. We'd just been through it. So, yeah, kind of a bit of a douchey move was that. Completely didn't even realise. I'd like to try and get somewhere around here, guys, to be honest, because this is kind of where I'd like to be so we can try and get on the ferries over to Iceland, because a few of you guys are really wanting to see Iceland, and I don't blame you. Especially if you've never seen it on the game before. It's nice, to be fair. It's something nice to drive around, somewhere new as well. But we are having a bit of an issue. We are having a very bit of an issue. Now, I am thinking maybe we need to do this. We need to get kind of down here to try and get more jobs to go towards Denmark. Now, I know we've been to Berlin, but there's nothing. Look, you know, Norway, wrong way. Finland, wrong way. Oslo, been there as well. Poland, do you know what I mean? We're kind of hitting these places where we've already been. So it's a bit of a pain in the ass, actually, to be honest. Sweden seems to only want to send us to other Scandinavian countries, so it's not helping us at the moment. The only downside is some of these jobs would be fantastic. Look, some of these would be fantastic. So what I'm thinking is we kind of need to go this way, and I've just realised there's one to a little town there, just in Poland. I think we maybe do that one because it unlocks us a new place. It kind of puts us back on the continent, so hopefully over the next day or two we should be able to come this way. I was kind of hoping there'd be something for Gothenburg or something, because if you look at Gothenburg, there is a ferry going that way. Now, we can have a little look at external contracts, but it does... It can kind of screw us over a little bit, to be honest. Although saying that, there are some fantastic jobs coming this way. Ooh. Oh, no. I was thinking then Denmark, but that's not even remotely the right one. We'll just have a quick look. We'll just have a little look. There are quite a few jobs to Gothenburg. The problem is there might not be anything from Gothenburg. We could do a two-jobber, but I can't guarantee there'll be the job to Iceland, you know, going from there. I know it's the ferry port, but I can't guarantee there'll be a job going to it. Sweden's Estonia, Great Britain. We've got Edinburgh. That's a hell of a job. Finland, Edinburgh. No, do you see what I mean? It's just that there's plenty of jobs kind of where we need to go. It's just nothing to actually kind of get us going that way. So really disappointed with some of the jobs that have come up into this job list. Those jobs have not just refreshed. No, it's there. Right, so we're going to do this one then, guys. It's not going to be the biggest job in the world, but it is going to be 20 tons of milk.
Let's go.
I don't like it when it takes so long to find a job, but the problem is, when you've got to find a job, there's not really much you can do about it. You know, I could find jobs off recording, but the problem is, I kind of like you guys to see what we've chosen to do and why we've chosen to do it.
Get ready.
Now, I know this is kind of going in completely the opposite direction of where we're wanting to be, but it's just a case, really, of trying to get that way in general. Sorry, I'm trying to have a little look at that corner so that we can hopefully head in the right direction eventually.
Exit now.
I am 95 miles to pick up. How is this even remotely in the same town? If I travel 100 miles from I've crossed counties and everything, not just towns. How is this still down as the same town? well, either way, we've got a little bit of rain on the forecast, clearly. It's been quite rainy lately, actually, hasn't it? Have you noticed how we've always seemed to have a lot of rain over in Scandinavia? Now, if it was snow, I could understand. Right, there we go. So we'll jump that up to 54 miles per hour and we'll go this way. We should be good for a little bit. Beautiful. Nicely driven. But yeah, this might not be the best paint job in the world. It won't tell us until we get there. The only downside is to travel 90 miles, we're wasting a lot of time before we have to sleep. That's probably the biggest issue with that. But, you know, not every pickup needs to be exactly where you already are, do you know what I mean? Like, if I'd have done this off recording, I could have already been at the pickup point and blah, 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 but then it kind of doesn't show you the whole job, do you know what I mean? That's why I like to do it this way. I always forget this truck's got a 6th gear. It's like when I drive my car in real life. I tell you what, right? Little story from yesterday. I went out yesterday and I had to buy a new lawnmower. I had to go and buy a new petrol lawnmower. Ugh.
Right.
That was 100 and... Bear in mind, I know I say it every video, but bear in mind, I'm trying to buy a house. I'm trying to buy a house with no garden. Yesterday, I had to go out and buy a brand new lawnmower because mine decided that the engine wanted to fall out because it was so rusty. I'd had it 10 years, and to be fair, I'd left it outside for 10 years. I'd not once looked after it. Because I was hoping to have moved by now, and I thought, well, I'll get this year out of it and I won't need it again. Yeah, that didn't work. That did not work at all.
Turn left.
Anyway, I had to go out yesterday. I'm driving the wife's car. Now, she's only got a tiny little city car yet, and I'm trying to put a lawnmower in the back. So that's joke number one. I'm trying to put a lawnmower in a Kia Picanto. Not gonna happen, right? Literally, even the doors weren't wide enough. It had to come out of the box and everything just to get it on the back seats with the back seats down. You know, there's no boot on her car. It is literally a little city car to and from work. And yeah, you have to probably think, yeah, but Matt, you drive a massive SUV. I do. But her car was parked in front of mine on the driveway and I couldn't be asked to move 2 cars. Because then today I'd only have to swap the 2 cars back over so hers was at the front for her to go to work tomorrow. But that's joke number 2. I'm a lazy bastard. And number 3, her car doesn't have 6th gear at all. And there I am trying to put it into 6th gear, which just so happens to be reverse. Now there's a good job you can't select reverse unless you're going like under 1 mile an hour. It's got like a little lock thing on it. I don't really know how it works, to be fair. It's all electronic. And yeah, it's crazy because there's me driving on the road and I'm like, yep, 50 mile an hour, go to put it, do you know what I mean? That was me nearly putting it in reverse and I was like, oh, this car doesn't have 6th gear. Yet when I drive my own car, it's like I don't drive. I never use 6th. It's like I never just completely forget it's there. Then I tried to reverse in the wife's car and put it in 1st gear because on my car that's where 1st gear is. On my car, sorry, that's where reverse is. Her car has got. Oh yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? You can imagine. The wife's is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reverse. Mine's reverse, and then next to it is 1, and then below it is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, it's been so long since I've like driven the wife's car. I'd completely forgotten. No 6th gear and where reverse was. Oh yeah, it was not a good trip yesterday, guys. It was not a good trip in the slightest. And all I've got is the wife shouting at me, "Don't you be wasting all my fuel." I'm thinking it was my credit card that put the fuel in. I'm paying for it. Oh yeah. What a day yesterday. Then I came back, I cut the garden. Oh, do you know something? The new lawnmower was lovely. It cut the garden in half the time as my old one. But my old blade was knackered, it was blunt. I'm not one of these for sharpening blades and I'll just leave it. And oh yeah, I had to go out and buy engine oil. Then I had to buy the lawnmower. Obviously I bought it all at the same place, but I had to go out, I had to buy it. But oh, what a nightmare yesterday, guys. What a nightmare. And I had to do like both my videos. I had to create my thumbnails. I had to wait for the uploads because my internet decided halfway through my farming video to just. It decided that 20 megabits or megabytes, whatever the hell you want to call it, wasn't enough anymore. It decided it was too much and it would only give me 1 megabyte for the entire afternoon. It was like, oh my god, come on. I was surprised to wake up this morning to find my video was even uploaded. I went to bed last night. It was uploaded last night. I will give it that. It was uploaded by the time I went to bed last night, but it had only just finished. Now bear in mind, I went to bed last night about 12 o'clock. It was like midnight. So it was on, I went to bed like 8 hours ago. And yeah, the video had only just uploaded. So to give you an idea, I was not looking forward to waking up this morning to see the video not even remotely. I didn't expect it to be ready, you know, on the farming channel. Did not expect it to be ready in the slightest. But yeah, I woke up, it was. It wasn't too bad. Yeah, I can't. I know I say it a lot, guys, but I can't wait for my internet. I can't wait to be able to put in some live streams. I won't live stream very often, though, guys. I will. I suppose it depends what game I play on a live stream. Do you know what I mean?
Get ready to turn left.
I could have I might. It's going to be hard to do videos on trucking and then live stream because the videos are going to be behind the live streams. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be an awkward one. Plus, to be honest, I do seem to appear that quite a few of my audience, I seem to get more likes on my trucking channel. Now, this is obviously not like a moaner, you know, you can't help where you live, guys. But I do seem to get more interaction on the trucking channel throughout the night when I'm asleep, you know. I wake up on a morning and I've got more comments usually. Now, it's not always guaranteed, but it's kind of is. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know where I am in this yard. Where am I going? Got to go third person for a minute, guys. Look at that, Matt and DL trucking. I'm hoping. I can tell you now. I was hoping, but I already can tell you. There's no chance of me getting an extra bonus video recorded today with the Dragon Lady. One, she's still in bed. Two, I'm not poking. I'm not gonna wake her up. She kept me up all night snoring. So to be honest, the longer she's in bed away from me, the better, because I don't want to see her. I don't mean that in a mean way. It's just and I know I like her sleeping. Can't help it, but when you don't sleep again because of it, it's, you know what I mean? It's like frustrating. It's infuriating. Yeah, she's better off out of my way because I'm quite snappy today. I've already snapped at the dog for being a bit of a dick, and the dog wasn't even really been much of a dick. It was just lack of sleep, shall we say. But she's been at it since about 3:30 this morning. And, yeah. I got up at 7. I was like, no, it's 7 o'clock. I was like, well, I'm done. Bear in mind, I went to bed at midnight. Do you know what I mean? I'm on like 7 hours sleep. Bear in mind, she's also been snoring since 3:30. I just got up at 7. So I've had like 3-ish hours sleep. I can't actually, hang on a minute. I've actually got a watch that tells me my sleep. Yeah. I got 1 hour 57 minutes sleep. Because obviously a bit restless. A bit warm as well last night. We don't have air conditioning in the UK. But I was bloody roasting. Right, this is going to be a bit of a longer episode, guys. I do apologise for a longer episode. There's not really much I can do about that. It's I was quite happy to do 480 miles on this truck. I just then didn't realise it's going to add 90 mile onto the pickup destiny, you know, to pick it up. And then obviously we've got 90 miles of where we were to go and do the job again. So this is going to be quite a big job, guys. So yeah, I suppose at the end of the day, I can't get a bonus video done with the Dragon Lady today. Oh yeah, I was telling you about why I couldn't do that. Yeah, I can't do that because, like I said, I want the Dragon Lady to stay in bed. I just needed to stay away from me for a little bit, just so I can try and, I don't want to say chill out, but yeah, if she comes down and starts being like, oh, why haven't you done this? I'm more likely to just snap at her today. So she's better off upstairs for another few hours in bed. And yeah, but we've got Formula One today. She wants, you know, we always watch the Formula One. So we've got the Monaco Grand Prix today. It's the final game of the season for the Premier League, so we'll be watching the Liverpool game. So by the time all that's done, then we started watching Ted Lasso. And my little man wants to watch that. So sorry, that came from nowhere. So yeah, so bit of telly with me youngest because he wants to spend a bit of time watching some telly. But there's just not really any other time to do a bonus video today. Now I know this channel is for me and the Dragon Lady, but she's just been when we set this channel up, she wasn't the recruitment person for the whole company. She was just the recruitment for our area. So her workload's kind of like massively increased since creating this channel, which is why we haven't had a chance to do much. But it does depend on what time she gets up. Like if she gets up in an hour, which I doubt it, getting my wife out of bed is quite a task in itself. But if she was to get up, there might be time to do one earlier, but I don't think there will be. But I have put it to her that, you know, we could do some bonus videos at different times, and I'll just put it as an extra video. So like one day you might get 2 trucking videos, for example. You know, but if it includes the DL, I kind of want to include them all. But if I only do the trucking videos when she's about, we'd only be on episode 1. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But you can't help a workload. Right, that rain has increased, so we shall up the wiper speed. Yeah, I'm also glad somebody commented saying how much they like that Iveco truck. I'll be honest with you, I am a massive fan of it myself. Yeah, the Ivecos on this game aren't really that good. They always seem to have like lack of power and not that great, and they don't look very nice. But that modded one, the highway one, I don't know, it just looks nice, to be honest. I really do like it. We are doing a little bit over the speed limit at the moment. I'm just trying to gain a couple of miles. I mean, we're nearly halfway through what I would allot for the time for a trucking video, and we've come 50 mile of the job anyway. So we've got quite a bit to do. Now we will make quite a bit of time up on the ferry, but I don't think it's much time on the ferry. Let me just do the F6 menu, guys, because I know you guys do like to see that. We are moving 20 tons of milk in the cargo. We have got to get it delivered by Wednesday at 6:41. Bear in mind it's Tuesday 1:30, so yeah, we should have plenty. We should still be delivering it today. Remains 29 hours for the job, but we need to sleep in 7 hours 16 minutes.
Get ready.
We will have to sleep on this job though, guys. But I'm hoping to get to the ferry. The ferry will fix a lot of that. If we can get to the ferry before we have to sleep, I do believe the ferry will reset the sleep for us, which is a big, you know, it's a big thing because it means we're traveling and sleeping at the same time, so we're not wasting any time. If we pull over to sleep, we're going to lose 8 hours. If we do it on the ferry, well, we're on the ferry, so yeah, why not? Sorry, having a drink there and couldn't steer and change gear and drink all at the same time. But yeah, like I said, still feeling a little bit under the weather. I do feel a bit, as much as I'm tired because I've had little sleep, I do feel a lot better today, just in myself in general.
Right.
But because I was like up earlier, I had my like hay fever tablets earlier, so they've had a chance to kick in earlier, and you know what I mean? It's like a catch-22. I think that has massively helped. So the effects of my hay fever medication are already kicking in, and I know that because I woke up this morning, it was like snivelling mess and like I can't breathe, you know, and all this crap. And yeah, just overall in general of Yeah, I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. You might not, but I know what I'm saying. That's all that matters. That's all that matters is I know what I'm saying. But yeah, guys, thank you so much as well. Kind of just want to give a little shout out. We've hit 80, I think it was 81, 82 subscribers. I did look this morning, and I have completely, like I say, in future, guys, right, just call me Dory, because I am literally like Dory the fish from Finding Nemo. I have literally got an absolutely terrible memory. If someone came to me and says, Matt, you've got early onset Alzheimer's or dementia, they're kind of the same thing, let's be honest. It wouldn't surprise me. My memory is absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. Like I say, I know I'm speeding a little bit. Oh, I don't like white cars next to me. I don't like white cars next to me. I always think the police. Alright, let's do 4 mile an hour over the speed limit. There we go. 54. We're on a new road. We're going to hit a new ferry destination. We're going to go through new towns in Germany, and we're going to end up at a new place in Poland. So we're going to get a lot of new places, but I know everyone, you know, a few people are like, oh yeah, I'd love to see what Iceland looks like on the game. We are trying to get there, guys. We've just kind of... The Edinburgh job would have been a nicer job to do, to be honest. The only downside to the Edinburgh job is it was too far a distance. But we might only get Iceland jobs if we're in the UK. That's the only downside. So we kind of need to head the UK. But if you remember when we first started this series, we did start on non-pro mods. And we did at least go to all the towns in the UK. Well, the UK's got bigger since pro mods has been installed. So there is a lot more left to do on there. So it's not the end of the world to travel to England again and the UK, England, Scotland, Wales. The Isle of Man to do now. We've now got Ireland to do and Northern Ireland. You know what I mean? There's a lot more we can do by going back to Great Britain, the United Kingdom and Ireland. Didn't realise that. I expected that to be a 2-lane there, guys. I know it said keep left, but I didn't expect that to split into a single lane. So yeah, we are gonna try and head that way. But if we don't get any Iceland jobs, what we'll do is we'll just head. We're basically gonna head back to the UK, Great Britain, Ireland, and then we'll probably pick up jobs from there for Iceland. So that's kind of the plan. And I know we could have just gone straight back to Edinburgh like today. We could have maybe split the video. I don't know. Like I say, I don't mind doing the videos, splitting them into 2. That's kind of what we've talked about. My only issue with that is I don't know if I'm going to enjoy splitting videos into 2. I do like completing a video in 1. You know what I mean? It's like a catch-22. It'll pay us better money, but it will technically be one video. We won't actually make anything. Like if we'd have done Edinburgh today, it was worth about £50,000. Now this one's only worth about 15. So it would have technically been better in the long run, but we wouldn't have actually earned anything in this video. But if we earn 15 grand in this video, we might earn 25 in the next one. That technically means we've earned more anyway. Thinking of maybe using the IV core for a little bit, you know, guys, just to give us a different truck for a little bit. We will buy it brand new. All trucks now will be brand new, simple as that. Oh, we're speeding a little bit too much there. It's because we were going uphill and I had the foot to the floor. Now we've kind of hit the brow and we've gone back down the hill. It's kind of just like, don't want to speed too much. I know we need to try and make up a little bit of time, but we don't want to lose any money either. Like I say, what was the price of this? Oh, it's only 13,600 as well. So it is actually quite a... It's not the best paying job. I don't want to say it's quite a bad paying job, actually. That's what I was going to say, but it's still 13.5 grand, you know what I mean? And we're going somewhere new. We're going through new towns. We're going to unlock a new ferry port. You know what I mean? We're going to go on a lot of new roads, which again is the whole deal. Our aim of this series is to visit every city, unlock every road if we can, and buy every garage and fill every garage. This series has never got an end point. As long as people are enjoying it and we've got good conversation, we don't have to end this anytime soon. But yeah, if you hear me snivelling in the background, guys, I do apologise. Like I said, the hay fever medicine is kicking in a lot better because I had it earlier today. It doesn't stop me from snivelling though, and like a little bit congested, but it does make a massive difference. You know, it improves things by like 80%, shall we say. I reckon a second tablet would be better. Yeah, I reckon it would make a massive, but it's the one a day only, so and I don't. Are you gonna move to let me back in, my friend? You are gonna eventually move, thank you. Took you long enough to decide. Let's just get them raindrops off the windscreen. Yeah, we're gonna buy the IV core, guys, and I think we're gonna put a worker in it. I am gonna make some changes to this truck though before we buy it. I don't think a worker needs 400 brake horsepower, because workers to begin with, and this is not going to be the truck I want my workers to have. So I'm thinking of selling like the engine upgrades in this. We'll put a 12-speed gearbox back in it for the worker. That'll probably give us a little bit of cash back in the bank. That's kind of what I want to do, kind of put a bit of cash back in the bank. And then that might, along with this job, mean we can get a worker going. Now I know, yeah, I think that works out better. Maybe we won't give him the lowest powered engine. Maybe give him like a mid-range engine. Give him a cheaper 12-speed gearbox. You know, like the original 12-speed gearbox or something like that. I think that would work really, really well for a worker. Because if you give him a 12-speed gearbox or the 16-speed gearboxes, he would he'd be able to do heavier loads with less power, basically. Well, that's kind of the idea. And we should be able to get the IV core a little bit quicker. Now, I don't know how long we'd keep the IV core for. I just want to... I've never driven it. It's a mod. That's kind of why I want to just give it a whirl. I need to get in contact with the guy who did my skin, actually, and see if he can do me a skin for the new... truck. Unless anyone in the comment section knows how to skin. If anyone in the comment section knows how to skin a truck and wants to do me the brand new man truck that's come out, I do quite fancy having the new man truck just because it's a new truck in the game. Yeah, I would massively appreciate it if anyone could do something like that. There's a little contribution to help me out. Yeah, save me a couple of quid having to pay to someone else to do it. And I would give you a shout out for doing it. That's all I'm going to say. It doesn't have to match this skin, but it would be nice if it did. But that's why I know it might be a bit more difficult to match this skin. That's the thing, do you know what I mean? That ferry destination has to be coming up rather soon. I feel like we're making pretty good time, actually. Look at me when I go third person. I'm so wobbly, yet when I'm driving in the truck, it's just nice and steady. And yeah, that's not always the case when I'm third person. I know there should be enough time for him to pull out, but it was just in case he pulled out and pressed the brake, or there was a second car move over. That's kind of how you would do it in real life. And we are leaving the motorway now, so we must be coming up to the ferry point at some point.
Keep right.
Petersburg.
Exit right.
Petersburg. I know it's spelt Borg, but does that...
Exit right.
Doesn't mean that's how you pronounce it though, does it?
Go straight.
And we're not going on this one. I believe we're going on the next one. There we go.
Right. Turn right.
Is that a that a train? That was a high-pitched whiny noise. Come on. Butts to the floor. Yeah, this is the destination for the ferry, guys. But yeah, looking forward to getting this. Yeah, I think maybe when we get to what I'll do is if I can buy the IV code today, I might do you know something? I might even buy the IV code and put it as a TikTok. Do the engine swaps and the engine upgrades and then just record it and have that as a little TikTok. So there you go, guys. That's how I get you to all follow my TikTok. There you go. But the problem is my TikTok's a farming channel. It's under Matt's farming. I'm not having too lots of social media. I'm actually thinking of changing all my social media to something like Matt's Gaming and something. You know, just so I can incorporate both channels under one set of social medias. I don't like signing in and out of different social medias as it is, without having to, you know, without two lots.
Exit now.
I know, I went wrong. Please forgive me, cars. Please forgive me, traffic. I do apologise, traffic. Don't shout at me. I do apologise.
Turn right.
There we go. Looking absolutely beautiful, and we are at the ferry port.
Turn right.
Yeah. Screenshot of the ferry. There we go. I needed something for my thumbnail, so there you go. Yeah, it's not driving on the ferry like normal. That's kind of why I wanted to get the thumbnail out of a little bit quicker. I do believe, yeah, we want to go to that one. So it's 585 and it's 7 hours on the ferry, guys. This will reset the sleep. Oh, brilliant. That should re-trigger the sleep. It should get rid of a bit of mileage. I can't remember what the mileage was before we... before the ferry, that's the problem. And we've got 116 miles. Yeah, so that was quite a bit on the ferry. Oh, it's raining in Germany, man. Oh, we're not in Germany. We actually got off in Poland. I do apologise, guys. I thought we were getting the ferry to Germany. We actually got the ferry directly to Poland. Well, that makes a huge difference. Yes, rerouting. I went the wrong way. I do believe... Am I going the wrong way through here? I don't think it really matters. Does it really matter?
Go straight on. Okay, let's find a new route.
There you go. Look, we're back on the right road. Oh my god. There's us just completely going the wrong way. What is that question mark here? There's a question mark right here. What is that question mark? Oh, it's a recruitment agency. Hey! Recruitment agency in the middle of nowhere.
Go straight.
Well, there you go. I expected this to be a bit of a long job. We were on the ferry longer than I thought for mileage. That's what it is. But as you can see, we've actually slept on the ferry. So we've got no need to stop now. Only downside is Poland has not got the best speed limits for the road. There we go, 46 mile an hour. Fifth gear, we can't really do much more than that. Maybe get away with 47 actually. We tend to get away with 4 mile an hour over the speed limit, give or take. Whoa, that's a bit of a tight bend, and especially in this rain. I see why it's only 43 mile an hour around here. We're not even really doing the speed limit. Oh, and there's a police car in front, so we best not speed too much.
Exit now.
Oh, we're right behind the policeman now as well.
Keep left.
Hello, hello, hello. That's what Americans think all police officers say. You can't even deny it, David, Richard. You can't even deny it. You think all coppers show up and go, hello, hello, hello. Bloody TV, man. It's like, I tell you what makes me laugh, right? You ever watch like an American TV show and they bring in a person with a British actor, well, not even a British actor, but someone with a British accent? Does every TV director just think Cockney's the only accent in Britain, in England? You know what I mean? Why does everybody have to be a Cockney? Alright, geezer. It's just like, come on. Oh, mind, but Southerners are idiots. if you are a Southerner in England, don't take it personally, guys. Anybody who is English and watches this video, you know what the north-south divide is like. We call you Southern Fairies, you call us Northern Monkeys. You can't even deny it. But I'm right though, aren't I? Even if you're not a Cockney, if you're from anywhere else in England, Wales, Scotland, you know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to like an American TV show with a fake British accent. They're all Cockneys. It's like the only accent they know how to do. I'm not even wrong. You can't even deny it. You can't even deny that. It's a fact. I once watched I can't remember what it was, but I watched something with the wife once, and I always remember this discussion with the wife, which is why I remember it. And it was like, we were watching something, and we were like, oh, you know, fake British accent. And it turned out the person was actually British. He was actually English. But it turned out he was Northern English. He was actually from, like, my neck of the woods. He was actually from Yorkshire. But he was told during the show to put on a Cockney accent because that was the only accent apparently the Americans knew. And it was like, what? I need to speak to the wife about that and remember what TV show it was called. Yeah, he was actually a Yorkshire fella and he had to put on a Cockney accent because apparently the director thought a Cockney was the only British accent there was, and he was like, you know, jog on. I nearly swore then. Yeah, hopefully you're enjoying the conversation today, guys. I'm quite talkative today. I'm tired, but I'm trying to keep myself like, yeah, you know, trying to keep myself talking with the keep myself wide awake and fully into the game. And we've only got 51 miles to go, guys, so this actually isn't going to be much longer than a normal trucking video, so that's not too bad. I just thought with the mileage it was going to be long, but I didn't expect to be on the ferry quite so much on the distance. I think if we went to Germany, I think we would have had a different story. I think we'd have had like an extra 100 or so mile left to do. But getting the ferry directly to Poland is basically just knocked like 100 mile off, because as much as it takes longer, we still get that instant travel. And, you know, I know the time passes, but we get the instant travel. So there's the difference, you see. Come on, caravan, go in the other lane. It's 50 mile an hour. You're not even doing the speed limit. Now I know the lorries are not, but you could be faster than us. Come on, change lane. Get out of my way. I did actually manage to mute in time for that little cough there, which was good. Well, we've got 13 miles to go. Fantastic. Nope. We've got to change gear. I'm forgetting to change gear today, guys, quite a lot. Yeah, also I just kind of want to say something out, guys. Don't be offended if I just say guys all the time. Where I'm from, it's just a term, you know, like people, you know. I don't want to be like, oh, you're right, people, you know what I mean? It's just a term. So if you are of any other sexuality, you know, male, female, non, whatever, you know, Spirit Penguin. Yeah, don't take it personally. It's just, guys, it's just a term where I'm from. We use it quite a lot, you know. You alright, guys? How we doing? You know, and it could just means everybody. So, yeah. Anyone gets offended by it, look, I'm not going to change my language. You know, I don't mean any offense by it. It's like that conversation we had a couple of days ago on the video. I don't give offense. You can only take it. So yeah, just kind of wanted to say that, just in case, because I have noticed, you know, a couple of people are, you know, showing up in the Discord, you know, Emma, I do believe, for example. But I don't want people to feel uncomfortable with me saying guys all the time, but where I'm from, it's just, you know, it's just a saying to mean like everybody, people. But I don't want to be like, oh, hi people, you know what I mean? It's kind of just like, that doesn't sound, but it's like, you alright guys, how we doing? I mean, it's just, sounds better. It's just kind of where I'm from. It's the way it is. Right, I didn't get a chance to do that because I was changing gear. I didn't get a chance to mute that one. I'm having to put my indicator on just so I can see that traffic light. We're gonna need a really Jesus Christ! I'm moving in the chair. I'm having to press the brake that hard to not roll down this hill. Thank you. I need a wide berth, thank you. Beautifully done. Managed to avoid the lamppost and the sign and all that jazz. There we go. Oh, there's a garage here. There's a dealership here. So we will unlock the dealership while I'm here. Yeah, I'm hoping we've maybe got enough money. We're downgrading the engine in this man truck to maybe get our new Iveco truck. Like I say, it's just something else to drive. And it means someone else can drive this man truck. Oh, I've stalled. God, I hate hill starts in trucking. Although saying that, guys, just one thing I do need to just check. Does the Iveco come with a 6-speed? I know I looked at it yesterday, but I can't quite remember. We won't get it if it doesn't have a 6-speed gearbox. I am going to say that now. It should have. There we go. Because how... I don't know. Right. And then... wherever we are. Gazelle. There you go, we're at Gazelle. That's how I'm going to call this place, Gazelle. It's probably not even remotely close. Polish people will watch this and just be laughing at me like, how can you not pronounce where we live? And I'm just like, dude, I can't pronounce some places in Wales, and that's in technically my own country. I know Wales is his own country, but it's still part of Great Britain. God, my clutch work today has got a lot to be desired, hasn't it? I am still thinking of making it as a TikTok and just putting it on TikTok. The only downside is the TikTok screen's not quite as fulfilling, shall we say. It's quite narrow. There we go. Couple of miles to go. Well, technically 0 miles to go, to be honest, but yeah, there's the garage over there. I'm hoping it's an Iveco dealership, to be honest, because then we can just spawn in it. But if not, I'll have to fast travel back, guys. You know, obviously, as you can imagine, if we buy a new truck, it should take us back to the. If we buy a new truck, it'll take us back to the garage probably. So I will probably just spawn us back over here. I know it'll cost us a little bit of money to do that, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of crap in these yards, isn't there? Right, let's get that back in first gear so we can get some nice revs on here. Let's get that up there. Tell you one thing, guys, it is wet in Poland. Need to wind the window down. I have got in the habit now of trying to wind them windows down for the reversing. I'm not really sure if it picks me up great when I'm reversing. I know sometimes it does, but we got a bit of rain as well, and that's adding extra noise and stuff. It's mental. But there we go, guys. Look at that, beautifully done. Beautifully done. 381 miles driven. 15 hour 40, 245 litres. That should be quite a bit of XP. Yeah. Nearly level 19 on the XP, guys. So we're going to go for a little drive. I am going to leave the episode here, guys, because at the end of the day, it is kind of out of time. I hope you guys have enjoyed me. And you never know. We might have a new truck the next time we start. And I've just got to see if I can actually do it as a TikTok or not, so we'll see. But yeah, massively do appreciate everybody watching the episode, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already, and until the next video, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.